Welcome back to Explain America. This is your host, Kyle Becker. Well, it's officially a bloodbath at CBS, and we recently told you about CBS anchors and longtime journalists leaving the network. They're fleeing in droves. They're rats jumping off a sinking ship, and it's all because a slightly conservative person was put in charge of editorial at the network. Well, another longtime face at CBS News is out, and we're going to break down not only what this means for that network, but also for the media at large. But before we do, please like, share, and comment at Explain America. Join us. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Now, we recently told you that John Dickerson is out at CBS News. That's right, this longtime self-imagined Trump nemesis, well, he has had enough. He cannot handle anyone in charge of editorial who isn't a radical leftist or a partisan Democrat. And Bari Weiss, well, she's as moderate and as milquetoast as they come when it comes to conservatives. And, well, apparently that was too much for a lot of the CBS staffers. Already 100 of them have been stated as being on their way out. And one of the biggest faces as CBS Mornings longtime host Gayle King, she is reportedly set to step down from her role, and that is coming through broad restructuring. So while speaking at Variety, sources familiar with the situation stated that the anchor may be transferring to a different role within the network. That is not confirmed. And this surprising announcement comes as Bari Weiss, CBS News' new editor-in-chief, has greenlit a number of shakeups, both in direction and staffing, since taking over. So this has produced budget cuts and cancellation of 2 streaming shows, around 100 layoffs, and more. And among those already let go are 8 on-air correspondents and hosts. So King's current contract with the network is set to expire this May, the New York Post reported. And a source familiar with the matter told the outlet that a final decision on the future with the network has not yet been made, and any plans regarding her career following a potential exit remain unclear. So another source reported that King, who is 70 years old, has been taking issue with Weiss due to political disagreements. Well, good riddance, because apparently you guys are a bunch of hacks and you need fellow travelers to, I don't know, essentially push your political agenda instead of reporting the news or commenting fairly on it in a way that is even-handed and is respectful to all sides of political disagreements and public policy decisions. I know it's a crazy thought. You guys might want to try it sometime. You know, be fair to conservatives, be fair to Republicans, be fair to Christians. I know this is nuts. I know. I'm just going to throw it out there. And I'm guessing that Bari Weiss is somewhat on the same page with me. And these reforms are rattling a lot of these radical activists, and they are saying enough is enough. After all, their identity is bound up with this idea that they're changing the world by, I don't know, destroying capitalism or, you know, defeating Christian culture or whatever they imagine. Because that is the vibe that I've been getting from these mainstream networks for decades. They have been trying to hide it through pseudo-objective coverage, but the bottom line is always the same. The pattern is always clear for anyone who watches these things with regularity and doesn't have a left-wing point of view. They're not inside the bubble. And I think the fact that most Americans have access to the internet, can go onto social media, can go onto X, can go onto Facebook, can watch Explain America at YouTube, and get another side to their story. And I don't know, the critiques must be adding up, because hoax after hoax, fake news story after fake news story has been shredded, and they have no credibility left simply because they are not credible. So weigh in with your thoughts. What do you think about the shakeup at CBS? Is the left wing losing their stranglehold on the news media? Is their grasp and their dominance of the culture coming to an end? Because quite frankly, if they do lose control of the culture, they are doomed politically. Weigh in with your own thoughts. We always appreciate hearing from you at Explain America.